Mike Shank, you got to be pretty fired up. This newcomer, second race with you guys, second race weekend for you guys. David Malukas suddenly ends up not just in the Fast Six, but he's number 3, heading into the race, the Honda Indy 200 on Sunday. But in a nutshell, what'd you find here?
Well, I mean, I just, you know, the Andretti Technical Alliance is good this weekend. The cars are good. You know, David's really good here, obviously. Felix was also on a great lap and made a little mistake. One mistake and you're out. So he missed it by a couple thousandths, which is really too bad because I actually think he had a car that could be front row. But yeah, that's the way it goes here in IndyCar. But David is just a breath of fresh air and really done a good job. And his speed is really good around here. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But you know, we're just looking for a good finish. Don't have to conquer the world tomorrow, just to get him up. But you know, he's just getting going again. So we want to kind of keep that momentum going.
How soon did y'all settle on him as maybe taking that 66 ride when you opted to make a change there after the Indy 500?
You know, it took a couple weeks to figure out where we wanted to be and who was available and why it would be good to do this, that, or the other. And a lot of, especially with the oval-centric schedule for the second half of the season, and we know that he excels at ovals also, by the way, typically. And so we thought he just did the right combination, and so far so good.
And what just stands out about him in a nutshell? You've been around him for a couple of weeks now. Obviously fast sums up a lot of things. But what does that mean?
His demeanor is just really cool, really calm. Doesn't get too excited. You know, he takes the good and the bad. He's just got a good brain on his, you know, just a really good thought process. Doesn't get rattled too much that I've seen so far. You know, and takes the constructive criticism or the good jobs. You know? So he's just pretty well rounded, actually.
And my last question: the hybrid era is alive and kicking now. This was still a ridiculous qualifying session for IndyCar from how close things were. I mean, there between pole and second place was 0.0024 of a second, and then it was 0.3 of a second from pole to David Malukas, your driver. I mean, how is this series so resilient is maybe the right word, or so malleable they can just roll?
Well, the way they've set up the hybrid system, you know, there's definitely some optionality in it, but not a lot. So there's only a couple of ways to go with it. So it just continues a tradition of tight racing. But there is something to it, and we're not all the way there yet on what's the optimum regen cycle or optimum deployment cycle, right? So we're still working on that. We're not all the way there. And maybe that would have helped a little bit for David to get from P3 to 2 or 1. But in any case, we're okay with that. A lot to learn still for everybody. Got to see about reliability. We got a big reliability run coming tomorrow for the hybrid system. So far so good though.
But has it made debriefs even longer? I mean, because you want to know where
there's a whole other layer essentially that falls under the layer we had, just the gas motor that we have to go through and optimize. It takes some time.